I just would like to say that this has been a wonderful position. I had, when Senator Vogel first asked me to take, we were friends, and I had been on her advisory committee for her Senate run. And I had often said to her, "Is there anything, after you get elected, if there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know." On election night, she whispered, I hugged her, said congratulations, and she whispered in my ear, "Come with me to Richmond." I was like, what? This is the time of the year when Senator Vogel usually meets with the Board of Supervisors, the school boards, elected officials, and they like to talk to her about what their legislative agenda is for the coming year. And so for years, I've set those up, and oftentimes I've gone with her, and sometimes I've actually gone in her stead and represented her if she couldn't come, which was always, it was a great part of the job. It was something I really loved. She was one of the few Republicans, although when she voted, several other Republicans followed suit when she was brave enough to do so, to vote that the state of Virginia would not discriminate against anyone based on their sexual preferences. And that was a very large deal when she voted for that. And she doesn't want to discriminate against anyone, for any reason. That doesn't mean, she agrees with everything everybody wants and says and does, but she doesn't think the state of Virginia in their hiring should discriminate against anyone based on their sexual preference. We found out several years ago, it was probably 3 years ago, when a survey was done, that there were only 5 senators out of the 40 in the state that actually had separate legislative offices from their place of work. They use their place of work as their legislative office as well. And that's what Senator Vogel intends to do this next year. I have a great respect for the new governor-elect, by the way. I don't happen to be of the same political party that he is, but he is a very kind and wonderful gentleman. And I have memories of him when Senator Vogel, I don't know if you know that Senator Vogel is the first legislator in the history of Virginia to have a baby while in office. And she's also the first legislator in the history of Virginia to have 2 babies while in office. And those babies frequently came with her down there. And I do recall one time when one of the babies took a little tumble and we went running for Dr. Northam just to have him. He's people say he's a pediatrician, but he's actually a pediatric neurologist. So we went running for him to have him come check out the baby. So we have a lot of fond memories. He's really a kind person, and I certainly approve of him, interjecting myself, but of him wanting to reach across the aisle. And I do think that that is something that Senator Vogel has always done, and something that I've always been proud about with her, that she has been willing to reach across the aisle. She has been willing to vote in a manner that her caucus may not have approved of from time to time on certain subjects, but I've been proud of those votes, and I think she's proud of them too. I so totally have enjoyed this job, and working with her and being her representative when she needed to be, explaining her positions when she needed for me to explain her positions. It's just, and the variety of people that I've met and be able to interact with on both sides of the aisle has just been fabulous. It's just been fabulous.